Oh, hey guys, it's Laura, your grateful, recovering alcoholic and addict. Coming on for a minute. I'm at a job, at a wedding, and we have like 30 minutes. And I thought I would come on and talk to you guys. I made a video about my son's birthday yesterday, but I felt like that I didn't. I'm Laura. I'm your grateful, recovering alcoholic and addict. I don't even know if I said that. But I felt like I didn't go into how much I love my son. It sounded like I didn't want any more. I only had a kid because of Bailey. Well, that was really true. But when I said I didn't want my tubes tied, if it was a girl, it was meaning that I was trying to go for a boy, subconsciously, or whatever they say. So, they tied my tubes when I had my son, and thank God for my son. I regret that decision to have my tubes tied, though, because I really wanted another one, because I had the abortion that I felt like I was backed into a corner to have right after my mother died. So I feel like I should have kept my tubes untied so I could have had another one. But yes, once again, I was still in active addiction. So when I left off, I got married, I had the kids, and, was driving away from Caesar's Palace, and I changed my mind and went back. And then my brother died a year and a half later. Well, that was just, that was the icing on my cake. I was so, let me move my seat up, because I was so I was just all over the place. I was an addict. I felt like I had no accountability. And I was driving to work, because I have an hour drive. And I was thinking about, because I felt like I didn't come across like I really wanted to come across in my happy birthday son video. I was just head over heels in love with my son. I mean, it was a totally different experience than having a daughter, obviously. It was just, it was what I needed. I loved it, and, I still love it. He is the light in my life. Me and my daughter, we butt heads from time to time. But me and my son are, good, just really, really, really always have been good, and thank God for that. I really am blessed to have two children that I love very much. It sounds cheesy, us mothers, don't we? But anyway, so I, after my my brother passed away in July of 2005, and from 2005 to 2007, and I think I'm right, but Hurricane Ike hit in 2007, because it was the anniversary. I remember everything. So it was the anniversary of my boyfriend's death. Hurricane Ike hit on the 13th, and the next day was the 14th. So I was going to take y'all back to that, because we knew I had been praying, and I'm not even kidding, for a hurricane, because my ex-husband had a roofing business. And, I was like, I want a hurricane, but I don't want anybody to get hurt. And, oh my gosh, when the hurricane hit, we ended up staying back and not leaving. One being, and this is a true story, I was out of baby wipes. My son was still pooping in his pants till almost kindergarten. I'm not kidding. But I had started my period. Imagine that. So I didn't have any tampons and I didn't have any baby wipes, and I kept talking to my aunt. They were going like 4 hours. They had gone a quarter of a mile, something like that. So we just decided to stay back. Okay. My best friend, guy friend, that walked me down the aisle, you know, we've hunkered down for hurricanes before. Well, he shows up and he's not staying. I thought he was showing up because he was staying. He said, no, he's going to Houston to his cousin Robert's house. I said, wait a minute. You know, I have 2 babies here. Why are you leaving me? He's a captain of a boat. You know, I'm like, do you need to tell me? Do I need to know? We're not looking at the, you know, the TV, the weather. Make sure that we're okay. And he's like, oh no, you'll be okay. And he hands me 2 Xanax, 2 Vicodin, and 2 Somas. I'm not even kidding. He says, you'll be okay. Because I was like, I want to go with you. He's like, oh, you'll be all right. So we ended up staying out. And, you know, downers just knocked me out, especially Xanax. So we ended up playing Monopoly in the garage. And across the street neighbor was over. And it was me, the kids, my ex, and somebody else. But anyway, we played Monopoly out there until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, in the morning. The transformers ended up blowing, and we came in, but I was taking half, you know, at a time of these pills. Well, the next day, I was found by the door in the living room where we had everything boarded up, asleep, because I was on. But I remember at one point when it got really bad, you know, I took one of the kids and he took one of the kids because it was getting really, really bad, and we got into the closet. But I must have, once the baby fell asleep, I went out and fell asleep out there. How good is that? Well, you know, that's because I was an addict. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So anyway, you know, we ended up making tons of money for that. And, you know, it was a blessing, and we got to pay our house off and things like that. And my aunt came and stayed with, started working for us at our business. And my aunt and I were so close. Like the day that she died, we had plans the day before to go do something. She made like a roast or something, and I was at my grandmother's, and I took some home with me, ate it that day when she passed away. I'm in full addiction. I had lost my brother in 2005, so this is 2008. I lost control. That's when I lost my life to the drugs and alcohol. Was in 2008 when I lost my Aunt Patty. I was so uninspected. She was like, you know, my mom had been gone so long. Not so long as she's been gone so long now, but she's been gone 8 years. But my aunt was like, you know, both of all my aunts, but my Aunt Patty, because my other Aunt Kathy that I was super close with, she had her daughters, and bam, 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 they started pushing out babies, and they had twins and this and that, and it was like, all these grandbabies, she can't take care of me anymore, you know? So, I'm going to say 2008 is when I really lost my cookies, and then I walked out on my marriage in 2010. You know, but before that, you know, we were just, you know, our business had made $1 million that year. We didn't, you know, clear $1 million, but we did buy our, house, put a pool in, things like that. But, the point of this video was I was so dead inside, so fucked up from the death in 95, then the death in 2000. And, now, I mean, God, I hope, I don't even want to say this, but, I hope that I can not harbor the next person that I love that passes away. God knows, I don't want to really say anything like that, but that's what I'm talking about. I just don't want to have to be dwelling on things like I used to anymore. And I totally believe that it's because I, have the tools that they have given me in AA. And, I've learned to let go of things, let God. It's true. It is true. After that, it was like, and once again, people were like, you need to go talk to somebody. Are you okay? Because I had these 2 kids, this, doting husband, and, but I was always saying I was fine. And, I feel like, because like I said, I was driving here today and I was reflecting on the video that I made last night. And I feel like, my ex-husband enabled me. He didn't know the extent of it, but I really think that he enabled me. He should have, put me, because if he loved me as much as he said he loved me, he would have tried to get me some help. But he was one of those that said, just like my grandmother, I don't want to be a drug addict anymore. Well, don't be a drug addict, just don't do it. Well, sometimes you need help. So, the point of the video is for, once again, when people say that they're okay and everything's fine, you really have to, are you sure? Let's talk about this, ask questions and be honest, get you a closed mouth friend. My life today is so much different now because I don't put that shit in my body that's going to make me dwell even more. I'm at this beautiful, destination in Dripping Springs right now, and I'm fixing to go watch this beautiful wedding, and I'm clean and sober. I'm making really good money, and I'm doing another one tomorrow. So things are good, but it's because I'm living life on life's terms, and I'm not doing shady shit, and I'm letting go of everything. I'm making my amends. And, life is beautiful. I cut my hair yesterday, or today, actually. I've been doing my own hair, cutting my own hair with kitchen scissors, and I met somebody that would, don't do that. So I went and broke down and got me my own hair scissors after all these years. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I got to go in here. I don't know what time it is, but it's, parking lot's getting full and everybody's fixing to celebrate. So you guys stay clean, stay sober. I hope you like the videos. Hit like. Bye.